Good morning, students. Today we are going to read the topic of elasticity of supply. In the topic of elasticity of supply, in the subject of economics O levels, so concentrate yourself. Here we are going to start. So when we have seen that when the price of the good or service changes, the quantity supplied of those products changes too. So more the price, more willing will be the producers to supply the things. So less will be the price, less willing will be the suppliers to supply the things. This means that the quantity supplied is responsive to price changes. And here is the definition of the elasticity of supply. The elasticity of the supply is the measure of the responsiveness of a change in the quantity supplied to a change in the price. And here is the formula. Price elasticity of the supply is equal to percentage change in the quantity supplied over percentage change in price. So that is equal to QS2 minus QS1 over QS1 multiplied by 100 over P2 minus P1 over P1 multiplied by 100. So QS1 was the original supply and QS2 was the final supply and QS1 is the final supply. P2 is the final price, P1 is the initial price. Features of the elasticity of the supply. And here are the features: elastic good, inelastic goods. So price elasticity of supply value if it is greater than 1 and if it is lesser than 1. So if a rise in the price means for greater than 1, a larger rise in the supply, and for lesser than 1, a smaller rise in the supply. Slope of the supply curve will be for the elastic goods flat and for inelastic goods steep. The good is produced for elastic goods is rapidly and for inelastic goods is slowly. The time period is for elastic goods months and for inelastic goods days. The firm has for elastic goods large stocks and for inelastic goods limited stocks. An example of the elastic goods is the screws and example of the inelastic goods is the beef. Here is a question that will make your concepts more clear, how the question comes in the paper. So a price rise from 8 pence to 9 pence causes supply to increase from 200 kg to 240 kg because the suppliers are encouraged for increasing the price and they will be motivated to supply more. So supply has increased from 200 kg to 240 kg because of the price that has increased from 8 pence to 9 pence. Calculate the price elasticity of the demand. So the formula for the price elasticity of demand is percentage change in the quantity supplied over percentage change in the price, and is equal to QS2 minus QS1 over QS1 multiplied by 100 over P2 minus P1 over P1 into 100. So this is the final supply, this is the original or initial supply, this is the final price, and this is the initial price. So we are going to put the values. So look now, initial price is 8 pence and final price is 9 pence, and original or initial supply is 200 kg and the final supply is 240 kg. And here we are going to put the values into the formula. So look now, the difference between the final and initial supply is 40. So look now, QS2 minus QS1 will be equal to 40 over QS1, so that is equal to 200. And the difference between the initial and final price was 1 and the initial price was 8, and this 100 will be cancelled with each other. So solving it on the calculator now will give you the answer 1.6. Here is another question. In the figure below, when the price increases from 10 to 11, so this is the initial price, this is the final price, the quantity supplied increases from 1000 to 1300 units. So this is the initial supply and this is the final supply. So this is the same So putting values into the formula. So here you can see this is the final supply 1300. Initial supply is 1000 over QS1, that is initial supply. And the original price was, or initial price was 10. Final price was 11 over initial price, that is 10. So solving it on the calculator will give you the answer 3. Here is another question. Figure below shows a situation where a fall in the price from 5 to 4. So this is the reverse case now. So price is reducing. Definitely the supply will be reduced. Causes the quantity supply to fall from 200 to 180 units. So this is the initial price. This is the final price. So this is P1. This is P2. This is initial supply, that is S1, and this is final supply, that is S2. So just putting the values into it. So look now, 200 minus 180 over 180 over 5 minus 4 over 5. So this 100 will be cancelled. So this will give you the answer. So this was the lecture, students. I hope so this will be much more easy for you to understand now. So read this lecture again, understand it, learn it, and make your notes. Thank you so much.